All right, everyone. So I had a question about the Zebra ZT220. So you can see here, this is a Zebra ZT220. Don't mind my desk; it's a little messy. Just repairing this. So the Zebra ZT220. If you've got the 410 series or the 510 series, you usually have some kind of display here. But usually to get into the menu and the settings, it's just these two buttons you press, and then it'll shoot out that label. Usually this printer is pretty straightforward. In today's video, I'm just going to kind of go over maintenance and what's going to help you keep this ZT220 operating so a tech doesn't have to come on site as often, because we've got a lot of customers that are running this on 3 shifts. So 3 shifts, like even if you're running this on 2 shifts, you know, when I say 2 shifts, that means, you know, 2 7.5 hour shifts or 2 8-hour shifts, and this is running constantly. You know, and if you're having issues, I'd probably look at getting into a different printer. But anyways, get in the menu settings here. You could go, not menu settings, but these are the 2 buttons that you press and hold down. Okay, when I talk about the cancel and the pause button. Now we're gonna open this up, and I'm just gonna show you just some general maintenance that you should do at the end of each shift. All right, so you can see here, this is the media supply right here. So that's the media supply. Put your media in here if you're not familiar with it, or if you're looking at getting it, put your media supply here. The ribbon goes around here. You see the ribbon. And then you just feed the ribbon and the paper underneath here, right here in this area right here. So general maintenance. And every time I go into a warehouse, or whenever we go in a warehouse, or Jamie go into the warehouse, what happens is, like, there's a lot of buildup here, and like you could see, like this, we cleaned this not too long ago. Like, we wanted to make this kind of spick and span before we actually sent to the customer, but this just builds up. So like dust, a lot of dust. So especially depending on your warehouse, like if you have a lot of machinery and it's humid, the best thing that you want to do after each shift, just do this: pop it open, grab an air can duster, or if you have an air compressor, blow it off. Okay, blow it off. Keep the print head down for now as you blow it off, and just take that lint-free cloth and just wipe any excess dust that you see anywhere in this area, right? Okay, you can take off the media, the ribbon if you want. If you don't know how to do it, I would just recommend at the end of each shift, you assign a worker for 15 minutes just to clean this out, or not even. It won't even take long. You just blow it out with an air can, and then you lift up the print head and clean it with a lint-free cloth. And then also, there's a media kit that you could get from Zebra. It's a little pricey, but I wouldn't even go that route. I would just get 99.9 isopropylene alcohol and a lint-free cloth and clean the print head. So I'm going to show you how to do that. It's very easy. This is going to make your ZT220 last longer, print longer. And I'm going to talk about some recommendations as well. So this is pretty straightforward. You know, media, whatever comes in, pop that up. So here is the print head area. Let me just show you here. All right, so this is right here. This white part is the platen roller, okay? So I recommend, because the platen roller isn't that pricey. It's not that expensive. The biggest cost on this, well, if the main board goes down and doesn't power on, I probably wouldn't even recommend getting it fixed. I just got a refurbished device, and you know, use the other one for parts. You know, whether it's the take-up reel, the spindle, media, the sensor. You could kind of take off the sensor and the media sensor, and save that, right, for the tech. So at least you don't have to pay for the part. So over here, look over right here. We're gonna remove this print head, or we're not gonna remove it. I'm just gonna show you some general maintenance. Okay, so what you want to do is, in this area, you just push it up here. You hear that? It just kind of clicks in. All right. Then what you're gonna do is this little lever here. You're just gonna pop it up. So watch this. See how I moved that print head up right here? All you want to do is take a lint-free cloth and just, sorry, my hand's in the way. All you want to do is take a lint-free cloth and just wipe that up here, right? Just wipe it down, okay? Don't soak it, just, you know, apply a little bit of isopropylene alcohol. And then this is your platen roller, okay? So you just want to look at, you know, how the platen roller is looking. You can just spin that around and just you could also do the same thing. Isopropylene alcohol, clean down your platen roller. But what I'd recommend too is if a tech is coming on site and they're changing their print head, you may as well get the platen roller or finished, or at least, you know, he could just take it out and wipe it off for you. But like, my recommendation is just, if you're going to change the print head, change the platen roller. What you want to ask before that tech comes out is, are they coming out with parts? Do you have parts for the ZT220? Because typically a lot of techs, they won't come with the part. They actually make 2 trips. Unless you got like standard parts in the tech's trunk, then you don't have to make 2 trips. But with the older printers like the SL105s or the XI printers, a lot of techs aren't going to go on site with those parts, so they have to order it. So it's usually a 2-trip cost. So you're going to pay for the travel, the tech is going to go on site, and he's going to see what's happening, right? He's going to look at the label that you print. What is it doing? Is it printing lines? Is it faded? And your barcode scanner doesn't scan it. He's going to look at all that. Or is there lines? Okay, so, and usually with the older printers, they're not going to have the parts. So you want to ask that before you actually have the tech out. Just say, hey, do you have the parts? Is the tech coming out with the main parts? You could say, I wouldn't say the media, because sometimes they might take it back depending on how long it'll take that tech to change their media sensor. Reels, like these are easy to get, these reels here. But you want to ask, right, is, okay, does he have a print head, and does he have the platen roller available? Any cutters available, etc., right? You know, you just change out that cutter. But that's the main thing, is ask before the tech comes out, do they have parts readily available so they don't have to make 2 trips? That's one of the questions you should ask. But I would say like it's a 50-50 right now, because a lot of techs won't carry that, because they're either subcontracted or outsourced, and then they go back to the main company that hired them. Then they'll order that part for that tech and then call that tech when that part comes in. They pick up the part, they move it over. So a lot of people ask, you know, how much does a printer repair cost for a warehouse barcode printer? And roughly you're probably looking around $550 minimum, 2 trips, probably around $600. So, and that's the thing, is like, you want to make sure that the tech, you know, is flexible, and that, you know, they have a decent clientele, that if they service the Markham area or the Toronto area, the greater Toronto area, the next time you're in, swing by, so at least they're not paying for the travel, you're not paying for the full travel, because the tech isn't going to charge you, at least, like, let's say the tech is coming from, like, we're in Markham, if we're going from Markham to Toronto, that's at least an hour and a half worth of travel. Usually it's charged at $125, and then on-site work is about $175. Most companies are about $195. We charge $175 an hour, okay? $150 to $175. Now, so that's the main thing. You just want to make sure that the tech has parts to work with, and they service a lot of the areas, because they could just drop by into your area. Always make sure. So let's go over that again. You got the print head right here. Okay, so it's open. Once it's clean, so after you clean it, all you want to do is just kind of just toggle this switch back. Okay, see that right there? Just clamp it down like that, and then move this back. Okay, and that's it. And then the last part, like I said, you dust all this off. Okay, dust it off, close it. You know what? One mistake that I've seen a lot too is a lot of warehouses, they don't even have this top cover. Okay, they actually ignore it, and they just keep it up, thinking that the printer needs to breathe. I've seen a lot of warehouses do that for some reason. I'm not too sure. Maybe because they're just too lazy to open it up after they change the labels and the ribbon so often. But no, you got to keep this closed so no dust gets in it. That's the main thing. Okay, dust it off, clean the print head, change the roller at the same time. Isopropylene 99.9 isopropyl alcohol, even 99% isopropylene alcohol will work. And that's it. That's all you want to do. Anyways, if you like the video, guys, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.